What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Blueprint Sims. And yes, I have on the top, you guys. I have on the top. Let me pull this up because it looks like I'm just over here, like, topless. Oh, Jesus. And I'm breaking shit, clearly. That's a way to start the stream. Okay. My baby Stitch fell down. Okay. Yes, okay. Blueprint Sims checking in. I'm not playing Sims tonight. I'm not playing Repo. I'm not playing Fortnite. They so loud back there. We're doing makeup tonight, you guys. We're doing makeup. I've been putting off recreating this makeup look for such a long time. I hate this white light.
Such a long time.
And now this one wants to interrupt my stream. Goodbye, baby.
Oh, me?
Yes, you. Bye. Love you.
You too, baby.
And you heck loud all up in my mic.
That shit's bright as fuck.
This shit hella bright. But I need it so I can see. I just hate that it's blue light. I wish that it would have been, what do you call it? So I'm going to put this on full screen. But I'm going to show you guys what makeup look I'm going for. So let me open this up. Because I'm going to show you guys what we're doing tonight. Let me change my source. And it's not showing. Okay, let me add a new source. I'm gonna add a new source so that you guys can see what's going on, what we're trying to do. Where is the image? There we go. Added image. And let me go to desktop. Oh, did it not save as a regular image type? Oh my god. I'm gonna have to screenshot it. It's not even showing up as an image. Because I just dragged and dropped it from the internet. From the interwebs. So let me go to pictures. There we go. Okay. Shows up as a screenshot, nothing else. Boom. That's what we're doing. So let me make my camera a little bigger. Put that on this side. This is the makeup look that we're going for. And let me fix this on YouTube because right now it's covering my face. This is what we're recreating tonight. And then I'm going to do a little shooty shoot. And I don't know what I'm going to do after that. I'm going to do some content. Because I need to get back into doing content. Right now, I'm just adding primer on my face. I don't know if you guys can see this. It's primer. It's called Blur and Matte Finish. And then I just have to let that sit for 30 seconds or so. I'm just making sure this is all on my face. And we're playing music right now, you guys. This is my music, though, so I highly doubt it's gonna get copyrighted. But yes, this is all my beats. I'm just letting the primer dry on my face, and then I'm gonna start covering up my hyperpigmentation because your girl, my skin is not perfect. Skin is not perfect at all. But we're working on it. Yes, beautiful.
You want to put your music on the speakers? On all that time?
It's gonna be too loud. Nobody gonna be able to hear me. My baby always wants the music blasting.
I need that motherfucker to thump. I need that kick up. But I need the 808 to punch through your chest.
That's for your beats, baby.
I need the 808 to punch through that chest.
So I'm putting red on my face just to cancel out the hyperpigmentation and all my scars. And I'm not being like precise with it. I'm actually just blotting it on anywhere. And I'm gonna blend it out. Only thing that I don't have, which is like such a rookie move, because I'm not a professional makeup artist. I've learned from professionals, but big rookie move. I don't have setting spray. And I don't know why I don't have setting spray. My camera focus, please. Thank you, camera. So yeah, I have no freaking setting spray. So I can't set this makeup, unfortunately, but whatever. It'll serve its content purposes. And I also have 2 different foundations because I don't know what my summer color is. So we are going to be using both of these foundations to match my color. One thing I've always been afraid of is caked up makeup. Like, I'm so scared of caking up my makeup. Like, that is one thing that when I go to professionals, they cake you up, but they do it like so wonderfully that it looks really good for pictures. But then sometimes you see the makeup in person and it's like, oh my God, that's a lot of fucking makeup. And I hate piling so much makeup on my face to where it just looks like I have on so much makeup. But this photo, even though you can tell that they, retouched it and everything. Sorry, you could tell that they retouched it, but her makeup is like so, not even caked. It's layered so amazingly that it looks so good. And I don't know how to achieve that without going heavy on with the layers. And they probably did go heavy on with the layers, but they did it perfectly. Y'all, this is my old beat. I hate this beat. That's my old beats when I first started and I was teaching myself how to make beats. And I'm just making sure this is blended all the way in, all the way down. So like I said, I'm gonna make some content tonight. I'm gonna make some real alien looking type content. And I'm gonna do my baby hairs later, but I'm not gonna do them on camera. Now, I wonder if Twitch had a makeup category. I don't know. I don't know if they did or not. Let me see, because I for sure put on just chatting. I don't know if they had makeup. Let me see. I'm gonna actually type it in. Makeup and style. They do. And I put on fucking just chatting. Let me see. I just don't know like how many people are going to be in makeup and style. But I'm just gonna keep it on just chatting. Because if you guys want to chat with me, I'll chat it up with you guys. I'll chop it up. So like I said, this beat right here, well, this beat specifically, I had help with this one. I had met Mel by this time, and if you guys don't know, he is a producer. And he's worked with all types of artists like Kamaya, BFB the Pac-Man, Larry June. He's been on 2K, the game, and his music has been played on the finals. And in a lot of different places. And he helped me with my music because I was teaching myself how to make music before I met him. I was teaching myself how to make beats. And then I ended up meeting him, and he was like, let's collab. And it's so funny because when I started like putting myself out there as a producer, so many different men would hit me up like, oh, let's collab. And from me being a model, I was already very weary of men reaching out to me talking about collab. And I was curving a lot of men who hit me up like, oh, I'm a producer too, let's collab. And then I'll be like, okay, yeah, let's do that. And they're like, oh yeah, come to my studio. Where's your studio? At my house. I don't know you. I'm not coming to your fucking house to lab. Like, that's not about to happen. That's out. And a lot of men kept offering that. But Keezy, he hit me. He was like, oh, let's collab on a beat. And so I'm thinking like, oh, here we go again. Another man trying to get at me talking about, oh, yeah, come to my studio. And he was like, no, we don't have to meet in person. We can use TeamViewer. And I'm like, what the hell is TeamViewer? I've never heard of TeamViewer. Camera? Hello? Camera? There we go. Wait, nope. Okay, there we go. I'm like, I've never heard of TeamViewer. And he was like, that's a way that we can collab without you like physically having to be here, because I don't want you to think like I'm some type of weirdo or something. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, I like that. I like that a lot. I trust that. And so that's how we collabed on our first couple of beats. And he taught me like how to better arrange my music for like artists, and then like how to do my drums, how to mix, how to level, all that good stuff, all the stuff that I needed to learn, all the stuff that I was wanting to learn and hoping somebody would teach me without feeling like, oh, you need to give me something. Like, I literally had a producer that was like, I'm like, when are we going to produce? You know, when are we going to collab? Like, I'll meet up with you somewhere. Like, maybe we can meet, like, at a park or something. And mind you, he came to me talking about producing. This is not Keezy. This is a completely different person. He came to me talking about producing. And then every time I was like, okay, yeah, when are we going to link up and produce? He's like, when are you going to let me take you out? Like, bruh. What are we talking about right now? Stick to the topic, please. I'm trying to collab. I'm not trying to make a love connection. I'm trying to learn how to make beats. And this is a producer that worked with like a couple of my friends and stuff making music. And he was really good. He was a really good producer. He made like some good music, but don't come to me acting like you want to do business. And then when I start talking to you about business, you like, oh, but you gotta let me take you out, or let me take you out first, or come to my house, we'll do it there. I'm not coming to your house. Like, that's like the type of men that like tell you, oh yeah, let's go on a first date at my house. What? Or be like, yeah, I'll take you out, let's go somewhere. And then you like, okay, I'm about to get dressed and be on my way. And then they're like, oh, I'd rather just chill at the house. Like, no, motherfucker. Now I'm about to go home or go to the movies by my fucking self. Because you just played me. And that's what it felt like. It felt like a lot of them niggas was playing. And I almost did not give Keezy a chance, y'all. I almost did not give him a chance. Because I was like, he is about to be like the rest of these niggas that's in my fucking DMs. And that been trying to get at me. With like, it was annoying. I know my eyebrows look crazy right now, but I'm about to clean them up, you guys. They're not gonna stay like this. I promise they're not staying like this. I like to do mine kind of like, Jesus Christ. I like to do my eyebrows like kind of wild and thick, and then I go back in and fix them. It's just the way I do things. That's just the way I does it. one thing I forgot to grab were Q-tips. I completely forgot to grab Q-tips. And I low-key need those. If you guys see me just wiping like down here, it's because I have a towel on my lap just to, excuse me, wipe all the excess makeup off. I'm looking for my blending brush so that I can blend this stuff out. I'm gonna blend all of this out. And then I probably need to put like some white primer on my, what do you call it? On my eyelids to make that silver pop. So her eyebrows, they didn't arch them much like how mine's are. They really don't have an arch at all. They're definitely cleaned up, but whoever did her makeup, they put the silver all the way up to her eyebrow. So I won't need to go in with like any nude and do any like blending for real or anything. Okay, you see how we got that one, you guys? Trust the process. Trust the process. Because there is a process. I'm so happy my mom went to makeup school and became a professional makeup artist, to where she was like doing celebrity makeup in LA and everything, because she taught me all the tips and tricks. And so I just learned how to do my makeup myself through her, and then just kept practicing and everything. And I'm so happy that she did that. And it's so funny, she went to school to do celebrity makeup and all of that. And then when she started doing celebrity makeup, she was just like, oh my God, I hate celebrities. She had her couple of favorites, but for the most part, my mom did not like doing celebrity makeup at all. She was like, some people are cool, some people are really sweet, but for the most part, She was like, it's not for me. Like, you gotta remember, my mom is Bay Area, homegrown Bay Area, from East Oakland. You can't talk to her or treat her any type of way without her flashing on you. And I know a lot of those celebrities, just from my encounters, a lot of them be on some weird stuff, and some of them be very disrespectful, because they'll just treat you like you're the help. Like, they really will treat you like you are the help. And it's like, you can't just treat anybody like that. Like, there are very few celebrities that I've met when I was living in LA, and even like just in the Bay, when I was doing modeling and I was like in music videos and stuff. There's very few that are cool. A lot of them, I don't know. A lot of those people, like, I feel my mom. I feel her all the way. I do not judge her at all for not wanting to do celebrity makeup. Because those people, they can be assholes. Okay, so before I start going in with like my contour and everything, I'm going to start working on the eyeshadow. So she has a lot of silver under here. She has a lot of silver at the top. And it kind of like extends past her eyebrows too. So we are going to do that. I'm looking for my chapstick right now. So I need chapstick. And since her eyes are so dramatic, she also has eyeliner. Her eyes are so dramatic, so they just went with a nude lip, which I'll probably only just need just like either black or brown lip liner, but not much else, because the eyes are already doing all the drama. We don't need the lips to be so dramatic. So this extends all the way up to her eyebrow. So I'm gonna be pretty messy with it. And I'm gonna try to pack it on as much as I can, because my silver My silver doesn't look like it pops as much as hers. But I'm going to pack it on because I'm using this Too Faced that I got a long time ago. I'm using this silver. Right? Oh, shit. Here we go. That right there. And it looks super, super pigmented. I mean, I guess it's okay. My lighting versus her lighting is very, very different. I'm just trying to see like how they brought her. Let me put this on my screen. I need this to be fucking large. Zoom that bitch in. There we go. Okay, so her eyeshadow comes like right here and then loops around and then goes under her eye too. So we are going to do that. Yeah, and it goes all the way to her eyebrow. Right here. I love this makeup. I think it looks very like ethereal and almost like alien-like, but like super subtle. I think it's super, super beautiful. But yeah, anyways, if you guys want to know about, I should have put dust on my nose so that this eyeshadow won't get all on my nose. Because now my nose is going to turn silver. I'm going to put some finishing powder on my nose real quick. But yeah, I started off modeling as a baby. My parents put me in modeling as a kid. And I was published in a couple of different places. I think my first ad, I was like 9 months, 8 or 9 months. And it was for Toys R Us. And then after that, I think I did some stuff for Gap. I don't have any of those pictures. I have the Toys R Us ones that my great grandmother kept. I don't have anything else. And then I was doing a lot of hair shows and baby pageants. I was winning a lot of baby pageants. And thankfully, my parents were helicopter parents because if you know about all this ep-file stuff, woo, I was in the pageants, y'all. I was in the freaking pageants. Nobody knew about this stuff back then. But just to hear about it now, I'm like, oh, I thank God every day that my parents were helicopter parents. Like, especially my dad. My dad made sure, okay, if I can't be at any of her photo shoots, to my mom, like, you gotta go. And my mom's like, hell yeah, I'm gonna go to everything. If we can go together, we gonna go together. But if one of us work, then the other parent, yeah, you know, take her to her casting calls, take her to her fittings, take her to her auditions, all of that. And if neither of us can make it, then she just ain't going. And that's what it was. Like, my parents were amazing when it came to making sure that I was well protected, well looked after. I was never alone when it came to any type of modeling thing until I got older, until I became an adult, until I knew what to look for, what to avoid, people to talk to. And I had a lot of close calls. I remember I was living in North Hollywood. I was going to college and I was still modeling part-time. And I was walking back from the store. I think it was like the first or second day that I had just got to LA. And I went to the store to get some food. Actually, this was the first day. I remember it was the first day because my mom's worst fear came true. And I'm walking back from the store. I'm walking back from Ralph's. And this guy comes up to me. He pulls up out of this like big black truck. And he's like, oh, hey, can I talk to you for a second? I'm like, yeah, sure. He was like, oh, I'm a model scout and a producer, and I produce for Drake and Lil Wayne and Tyga, and start naming all these people that were popping like back in like 2012. And he was like, you're really beautiful. I want to like put you in one of the music videos. And I was like, okay, well, take down my information and then reach out to me. And he was like, oh, well, I'm about to go meet up with them right now. Do you want to go? And I'm like, no, I don't want to go. I just went grocery shopping. Like, I'm about to get in my house, eat some cereal, and do some homework. And he was like, oh, cereal? You eating cereal? I could take you to Nobu and we can get some Nobu. I could take you to this place and we can go get some of that. Sir, first of all, I know you don't know me, but I'm a daddy's girl, okay? I am a daddy's girl. Before my dad passed away, that man spoiled me to the point where no man can come to me talking about no Nobu Poppy steak, no, like, I don't give a fuck, okay? I was like 7 years old cracking crab and eating lobster. This is not new to me. Like, this is not new to me. You're not impressing me. So anyway, I was just like, no, like, I have homework to do, still trying to be very nice. And he was like, well, it's not like I'm a pimp or something. Nobody asked you that. Nobody said that you were a pimp. But like, what are you telling me? So he was like, well, yeah, I still want to cast you for some videos. So can we exchange information? And I was like, well, let me call my mom. She's my manager. And so now I call my mom on the phone. And I tell her what's going on. And so he was like, oh, let me talk to moms. So I put her on the phone. And he was like, the first thing he said to my mother, which was her worst fear, like I just said, the first thing he said to her was, oh yeah, this is so-and-so, whatever his name was, RJ or something, RJ, and I'm here to pimp your daughter. And then start laughing like it was a joke. And he was like, no, I'm just playing. I'm not here for that. And my mom, she was like, get the fuck away from my fucking daughter. My brother is a cop. He checks on her every day. It's about his time that he comes to check on her. Get the fuck away from my daughter and stop talking to her. And so he was like, oh, moms, it ain't even like that. You tripping, da-da-da-da. So he handed me back the phone. And my mom, she was like, stop talking to him. Get your ass in the house. And if he starts to follow you, go up to the front desk and let them know that this man is making you feel very uncomfortable. And so I do exactly that. I get inside. I close the door behind me. I get to the elevator. I go upstairs. He didn't follow me, thank God. But I was just like, why would that be the first thing you say to someone's mother on the phone? Why is that the first thing you say? My name is so-and-so and I'm here to pimp your daughter. I couldn't believe that, y'all. I could not believe it. I was like, ain't no way this shit is real. And that just showed me right there, like, at 19, 20 years old, I learned you don't have to be nice to everybody. You don't owe anybody conversation. You do not owe anybody conversation because people are fucking weirdos. And all that time I spent talking to that man, his driver could have came up behind me and threw me in the back of the car and been gone with me. And I'm sitting here trying to be polite. Fuck politeness. That day, my 19, 20-year-old self learned, fuck politeness. You don't have to be polite to anybody. And so I stopped being polite. I started being very direct, especially in LA, because there are a lot of people who are weird as hell. And there were a lot of men that preyed on girls like me because they knew that I was out there for modeling and acting. And so they were hoping that I was one of those models that was so desperate and so interested in the lifestyle that I would be willing to do anything, go anywhere, drink the drinks, take the drugs, and it's like, nah, I wasn't raised like that. I don't even drink. I don't do drugs. It just wasn't my cup of tea. And even though I loved modeling in LA because the money was consistent and the opportunities were endless, like the opportunities for me, it was consistent, you know. I was able to live off of that. A lot of the things that started like really getting popping, like Love Island and stuff, I was casted for that, but I ended up saying no to it because it interfered with my schoolwork. And this wasn't 2011. This was later on. This was like 2017, 2018. It was either Love Island or another one of those love dating shows when they first started, and they casted me for it because I was already casted for another TV show on MTV called Undressed, which aired for a little bit, but it didn't get good ratings. But my episode didn't get aired, which sucks because I'm like, well, first of all, it doesn't suck because I feel like I looked horrible. Like my hair wasn't done. They did my makeup bad. So I'm like, on the one hand, I am very happy that it didn't get aired. On the other hand, I'm kind of upset that it didn't get aired. And also, it's funny because on my application for Undressed, I put that I was bisexual, which I am. But I hadn't come out to my family yet. And on the show, they pretty much, it's like a blind date. They match you with like a random person. And depending on your sexual orientation, that's who they match you with. They'll either match you with like a girl or a guy. And I said that I was bisexual, so they matched me up with a girl. So I'm like on TV and everything. Yeah, baby.
I can't give you a hug.
Oh, thank you, baby. You sweet pea. You going back in the room?
Did you call you pea?
I called you a sweet pea.
Oh.
Yeah. You know what a sweet pea is?
No.
It's like a vegetable, but it's sweet. But, yeah, Bubba, can you go back in the room for a minute? You out here sneaking hobba blast?
I'm not out to sneak.
You sneaking hobba blast.
So you can take that one in the room.
Y'all, I'm fucking up on this eye right now. But we'll pull it together. But yeah, so anyway, so I hadn't come out to my family yet. And I'm on here kissing a girl. And I was so nervous and nerve-wracked because I couldn't believe that they hooked me up with a girl. And I really thought that they were going to hook me up with a guy. And me and the girl, like, she was super nice. She was super cute. She wanted me to, like, do, like, content with her, like OnlyFans before it was OnlyFans. And I'm like, oh, no. I am not comfortable with that. Like, we're not doing that one. And they didn't air my episode, which, you know, in hindsight, I was like, oh, thank God, because I hadn't come out to my family yet. But now, you know, that I'm out, it was just like, damn, I wish they would have aired my fucking episode so I can see myself. Mm-hmm. And then I had another TV show that I was on while I was in LA where I met Jamie Foxx. And it was called America's Court, which being on that show showed me that those court shows, even though those are real judges, some of the cases that seem very far-fetched are very far-fetched. Meaning that those are actors. A lot of those are actors. My case was called Drive-Through Beatdown. And I was supposed to be a girl that just like left the club with her friends. But I was by myself. And another girl rear-ended me in the drive-thru. And so, you know, I get out the car, like, you rear-ended me. And she was like, get back in your fucking car. And I'm like, bitch, what's up? And then we start fighting. That was our story, right? And so it was so funny because the judge, he was like, okay, he was like, to the plaintiff, can you come up to the board? It was like a magnetic board. And this was Judge Ross. His name was Judge Ross. It was a magnetic board with 2 little toy cars on it. And a drive-through drew on it. And so he was like, okay, to the plaintiff, which is her, because she was suing me, can you demonstrate, like, what happened? And so then she goes up to the board and she was like, I barely tapped her car, Your Honor. It was literally like this. And she hit my car with the little car and the shit fell down and she knocked down the whole board. I was like, look, she just hit my car again. Like, there we go. And so everybody started laughing. And then when I went up and he was like, okay, you demonstrate how she hit your car. Bro, I knocked that shit off the board. I was like, Your Honor, she hit my car like this. And it was so funny. I had so much fun, like, shooting that. But, again, like I said, I'm so disappointed that it did not air. Like, I looked for my episode for months, y'all. Fucking months. And, yeah, it just ended up not airing. And, like, that's Hollywood for you. That is Hollywood for you. I learned not to get too, like, excited about things until you actually know that it's going to come to fruition, because they'll, like, you'll go and record these shows and do these things just for them to turn around and be like, oh yeah, it didn't air. Like, damn, are y'all serious? Like, my episode isn't gonna air? And like I said, after that I ended up meeting Jamie Foxx. He was on set. I forgot where where the studios were. It was in Burbank. And me and one of the girls that was also on the show, I think she played an audience member. We were walking out and she was like, can I walk with you? Because I'm out here by myself. I was like, girl, I'm out here by myself too. Let's walk together. Let's be friends. Let's link up, because I don't like being out here in LA by myself. And so we were just walking out of the studios. And Jamie Foxx is like, whoa, where y'all going? And she started geeking the fuck out, y'all. My mom told me a long time ago, when it comes to celebrities, do not act like a fan. Don't act like a fan, because they are going to treat you like a fan. And you don't want to be treated like a fan. You want to be treated like an equal. Like, even if you are a big fan of this person, don't act like that. Especially as a woman when it comes to men, because they will put you in a box and they will treat you a certain way. That's what my mom told me a long time ago. So she sees Jamie Foxx. She's like, oh my God, it's Jamie Foxx. Start geeking out. And I was like, what's up with you, Jamie? And he was like, what's up? Like, I know you? And I'm like, no, you don't know me. And so then he was like, oh, well, where are you from? So talking to the girl, he's like, where are you from? And she was like, oh, I'm from wherever, she said. And he was like, where are you from? And I was like, I'm from the Bay. And he was like, yeah, Rhea. I was like, hey, like that. And so he was like, oh, what are y'all getting into tonight? And I was just like, oh, nothing. We're probably going to go hang out. Even though I just met this girl, y'all. I don't know her. But I'm like, I'm not about to say this like I don't know this girl. Me and her are going to hang out. And so he was like, yeah, y'all should come down to the Foxhole. I got this new club called the Foxhole. And I really love to have y'all. And so the whole time he's just making eye contact with me. Barely looked at the other girl. And so then he was like, yeah, take down my assistant's information. She's going to send you your address and everything. I'm like, okay, cool. So we take the car. We like, okay, nice meeting you, Jamie. He's loading stuff into his Rolls Royce, and then we walk away. So homegirl look at me. She's like, are you going to this? I said, fuck no. And she said, I'm not either. I said, well, I won't see you there then. Like, I'm not going to no damn Foxhole. I don't even know what this is. Come to find out, one of my mom's close friends, Dave, who she worked at the barbershop / hair salon with, she told him, oh yeah, Jamie Foxx invited my daughter to the Foxhole. Oh, Dave was mad, y'all. Dave was mad. Oh, he was so mad. He was like, I know Jamie ain't invited my motherfucking niece to no fucking foxhole. It wasn't even a club. It was like his studio inside his house. It wasn't a nightclub at all. It was his freaking studio. And I told my mom I wasn't going anyway. But, you know, creepy that you invited me to a club that wasn't even a club, but I wasn't going anyway. So I'm just like, you know, so many people in LA prey on girls like me, like prey on us, because they feel like, oh yeah, girls that come out here, they want the life, they'll do anything for it, they want to be, you know, what do you call it, they want to be able to say they know celebrities, that they hang out with celebrities, like they think of us as being thirsty. And not me, baby, not me. Not thirsty, never have been, never will be. Let me get in here, get my money, do my job, and go. And that's exactly what I used to do. Anytime I went to a video set, movie set and stuff, I'm here for business. I'm going to do what I need to do, and I'm getting the fuck out. And I don't care who feel like, oh yeah, you young, you supposed to turn up, you supposed to go to the after parties. And no, I don't want to. I'm going to go home. I'm going to turn on my cartoons. And I'm going to prep for the next day. Because more than likely, I had another gig the next day. And it's funny because during the pandemic, oh my goodness, I hated the pandemic. I hated it so much. Because all the work went down. And then all the work started going back up. And it was just like so many like rules and regulations, and casting calls were so different. Like there were no more like big casting calls where it'll be like 100 people in a room trying to get casted for one thing. Excuse me. It was like you go in one by one and everybody stays separated, and we can only take a couple of girls at a time. It was not a fast process anymore. Like casting calls used to be super fast before the pandemic. As soon as the pandemic hit, oh my goodness, that process was so long. I was with E-Mills back in 2019 or so. And if you guys do like modeling and stuff, like you know who E-Mills is. E-Mills was like one of the biggest casting agent, I guess you can call it an agency, like casting agencies in LA. And they casted like really good gigs. They had casted me for Kanye West's Sunday service, which I ended up doing and have the photos to prove it. And they also had casted me for Chris Brown's video. I can't even remember that damn song where they were at the water park. What's the name of that song? That that song. What is the name of that song? Pills and Automobiles. I got casted for that, and I got fucking COVID. I was so fucking mad. I was so mad. I missed the Pills and fucking Automobiles shoot. And they looked like they had hella fun. They were at a water park. I think they shut down the whole water park. One of the models I was friends with, I asked her, I was like, how fun was it? She was like, bitch, it was so much fun. I'm like, so irritated. But, you know, there's always other videos. And there was no other videos for me because I ended up getting pregnant. So that was it for me. That was it for me. But I was happy because between the time of me being a child and up into my 20s, I did like a lot of stuff. I was able to do a lot. I was in movies, I was in music videos, I got to meet a lot of different celebrities. I'm friends with somebody who's very well known and very famous, and you know, like I'm like, I can't ask for more than that. I can't ask for more than that at all. But modeling was fun. Modeling was a lot of fun. Now I contoured my nose kind of weird. I need to go back in with this right here because I put a lot of dark right there. I need to just go in with a thin line of this all the way up and then pat that out. Ooh, without making it spread. It's spreading. It's spreading. I should have just did it with my finger. See, this is what I'm talking about when I say going heavy with makeup. Oh my God. I hate going heavy with makeup because I feel like I'm not a good enough blender. I'm not good enough at blending for this. I guess that's fine. I don't know if I'm happy with that. I need to go in with a bronzer. I might go in with a bronzer and just fix that. Let me go get my bronzer. Close that door. Close that door, man. Ooh, I'm trying to make sure I don't get this makeup on my pants. There we go. Okay. Where is my angled brush? One of my close friends bought me a makeup brush set that I'm so biased. Like, I only want to use that set. I only want to use my other set half the time. Even though I have two sets. I have a really like semi-expensive one, and then I have the one that she gave me. And I don't even use my semi-expensive one. I might as well throw it away. But I keep it, just in case. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna go back in a little bit with this, just to add a little bit more depth. I'm not gonna go too heavy. Just dot that shit. You guys, we are trying new things. This is the first time I've ever went this heavy with my makeup. And I'm scared. I'm halfway done, but I'm scared. I still have to put on my eyelashes. I still have to do my highlight, contour, everything. Guys, aren't you like happy? Well, straight men. Aren't you happy you guys don't have to do all of this? I mean, not like we have to do it. We like to do it, but aren't you happy you don't like to do all of this? Because it's a lot. It is a lot. So I don't see much blush on her. I'm going to do blush because I like blush. But I don't see much blush on her. But I am about to go in with this contour. And then I'm going to go in with a lighter color. going to go in with this angled brush. I'm going to put some of this. And her skin looks very pretty and glowy. So I'm going to go in with a little bit of this. Let me show you guys what palette I'm using. Oh shit, I didn't hit my fucking mic. Contour, highlight, blush. I got this palette, I think, from Santee Alley. If I hit this fucking mic one more time. Y'all, it's also so funny, like back on the topic of me doing modeling and stuff. I met an artist who ended up being such a fucking skis. But he was so cool on set, so funny. Such a fucking hoe. So I met this artist, I'm not gonna say his name. I do not want to get sued for anything. But I met this artist on set. We had a photo shoot out here in the Bay. And on set, he was hella cool, hella funny. We were cracking jokes. He was cracking jokes with everybody. And like, we were low-key like flirting a little bit. Honestly. Like getting our flirt on. But I wasn't trying to do too much because, again, don't want to come off as a fan. Don't want to come off as a groupie. But I'm, you know, just being my natural cool ass self, because I know I'm a cool ass individual. So I'm just being funny and everything. And he asked me, like, after the video shoot, like, what's your Instagram? Or what's your Snapchat? Actually, no, he didn't. He asked me for my Instagram on set. And then I hit him up on Twitter. And he was like, what's your Snapchat? Because he was talking about, oh, I want to kick it with you. I'm like, okay, yeah, you can take me out. And he was like, what's your Snapchat? I'm like, this is my Snapchat. And I sent him like the little image of the Snapchat, like the little QR code. He was like, nigga, send me the name. So I sent him the name of Snapchat. He added me on Snapchat. And basically was just like, oh, what's up? Like, do you want to go out and go to the movies? I'm like, yeah, movies is cool. I would like that. And this person isn't like, I wouldn't say an A-lister. He's not an A-lister, but he had a lot of hit songs. And he was like, yeah, let's go to the movies and go to my house. And I'm like, I will definitely do the movies. I will drive over there and meet you, but I'm not going to your house. Like, this is the first date. Are you crazy? And he was like, well, you know, I'm a homebody and I like to chill at home. Good for you. Congratulations. I'm also a homebody. And I was like, well, then why don't you come to my place then? And he was just like, oh, well, I'm more comfortable in my house because, you know, I'm a celebrity, all of that. I'm like, okay, that's all fine and dandy. But I'm not comfortable going to your house for a first date. Like, we're just going to the movies. Like, we can do movie, dinner, cool. And he was just so gung-ho without, like, trying to say, I'm trying to F, but basically saying that. And I'm just like, I need you to know and understand that I don't get down like that. And I'm not stupid. Like, you cool and all, you cute and all, but I don't like you like that. But if you wanted to take me out on a date and get to know me and everything, like, yeah, we can definitely do that. But I'm not just about to come to your house just because you took me to the movies. Like, you have how much money in the bank? And the only place you can take me is the movies. And even if I wasn't worried about what you can do for me, where you could take me and all of that, you starting off wrong already. Like, just say, oh, I'm just trying to F, so that I can properly tell you, fuck no. But don't try to lead and be like, oh yeah, let's do the movies and then go to my place. No, because I know what that leads to. I've done it once. Would never do it again. And I'm just like, these niggas are so skeezy. Straight up skeezers. Straight up skeezers, so easy. You don't gotta do much. They'll do something strange for a piece of change for you. You ain't gotta do much. So yeah, that was a very short-lived interaction with that celebrity, and I never spoke to him since then. And then a few years later, this girl went viral on TikTok talking about him and how he like sexually abused her. And I was just like, oh my God, as horrible as that is and how much I hate hearing that, I'm so thankful that I did not give that motherfucker a chance. Because he ended up being a fucking weirdo. And he ended up being one of the sweetest girls in the industry, and I did not know what she saw in him. But, you know, you don't know a person until you actually date them. Like, crushes are sometimes better left off as crushes. Because you don't know that you dislike them people until you get to know them. And once you get to know them, that's when you can decide, like, okay, no, you're better off just being a crush, because I would probably hate somebody like you. And like, you know, I wish I learned that a lot earlier. I wish I learned that about a lot of people a lot earlier. I would have saved myself so much heartbreak. Just leaving some crushes as crushes. Everybody did not deserve to know me on the level that a lot of people did get to know me. And I can say the same for other people. Like, I did not deserve to know certain people on the level that I got to know them. Because people suck. Okay, she has a lot of gloss and a little bit more color to her lip, like a peachy color. I can fake that with some blush, but actually, no, I'm gonna do it. I was gonna say I'm not gonna do that, but no, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it with this color right here, just to make it look a little bit more peachy. And then I can definitely tell that they have brown, what do you call it? They have the brown lip liner. I don't have brown. And then I have gloss. I just don't have it with me right now. I'm definitely going to apply lots of gloss, because I love that glossy look. All right, you guys. We're almost done. It only took a damn hour. We need to apply lashes. I need to go get my gloss. And then we're done. Make sure you guys follow my TikTok. I'm on TikTok under Blueprint Sims. I'm on Instagram under Blueprint Sims, because all of my footage, all of my content, my pictures, everything will be on there. But look, how pretty is this so far, you guys? How pretty is this? This is so cute. I love it. I need to put on some silver accessories. I don't have a lot of silver. This is like my first time doing anything with silver. I'm not a silver girl. I am a gold girl. I have green veins, so I wear gold. Blue veins are for silver. Not saying that people with blue veins can only wear silver and they can't wear gold, and vice versa. You can wear whatever the fuck you want to. But I have green veins. Okay, gold looks good on me. People with green veins, gold looks good on us. But you can still wear silver if you want to. Don't let me tell you what color to wear. Wear whatever the fuck you want to wear. I think I want to go. Her silver is so pigmented. I think I want to go a little bit harder on my silver, but then I don't want to mess up my cat eye, so I just might edit that later. Edit that in post. Let me go get my lip gloss while this. Ooh, you okay? While this stuff dries for my eyelashes, the eyelash glue. So I have the strip lashes. I'm not on the individual or cluster lash wave just yet. Might get there, but we ain't there yet. Now her lashes are very simple and very cute. I like the way her lashes look. All I have are these fucking heavy ass snuffleupagus eyelashes. So we're not going to do that. We're going to see what looks good though. And baby, I heard that little chuckle over there. I don't know. I didn't turn it on. So I don't have any lashes like her. It's on the white side. I don't have lashes like hers exactly, but I have some that are very close. Oh shit, I just dropped it. So that'll be these. And I think that would look really good. Only thing about my lashes is that, oh my god, girls with straight lashes, I feel like you guys are so lucky because my lash curls. Like, I don't know if you guys can see that. My lashes curl. Like, the thing that you guys use for the eyelash curler, I never needed that because my eyelashes just curl. And it's so hard to put on lashes when your eyelashes naturally curl. So many, like, that's another thing that I hated, like, being in the industry, like, modeling and stuff, because the modeling industry was not as inclusive as it is today. Meaning that whenever we would go, we as in black women, whenever we would go to, like, what do you call it? Like, model calls and stuff, or do, like, fashion shows. All the other models, they can just come barefaced. They'll do their makeup there. It was very rare when we were told that. We were told, bring your foundation. Always bring your foundation. Until it got to the point where they just said that, like, you know, in general. Because they didn't want to make black women feel like, oh, we can't match your color, or we can't do your face, even though we know that you guys can't. Because you weren't hiring makeup artists that worked with dark skin. We were always told, bring your foundation color. And I used to look at, like, the other models and just be like, did they use your foundation or did they match your foundation? And, you know, a lot of the other girls who are fair skinned, they'll be like, oh no, they had our makeup already. Like, they matched our foundation. They didn't need us to bring our foundation. And, you know, that showed me right then and there that these people keep hiring makeup artists that don't work with melanin, that don't work with black faces, colored faces, to the point where y'all made it a thing. Instead of just hiring people to do our makeup correctly, y'all decided to make it a rule to bring our own foundation. Just to make sure we look good. And before they started saying bring your own foundation, they would try their damnedest to match our colors. That show that I was talking about earlier, the Judge Ross, the America's Court that I was on, those women, it took 2 women to work on my face. 2 women. They could not match my foundation color. They tried so hard. And this is before my mom went to makeup school and taught me how to do makeup. I couldn't match my foundation color. So we're all sitting here trying to figure out what color matches me. Y'all, they made me 2 shades darker. Do y'all see my skin color? They made me 2 shades darker on my face. And then the original shirt that I was supposed to wear, I couldn't wear it because my chest and everything was a different color than my face. So I had to put on, like, a full turtleneck shirt. And it was hot. It was LA. It was like the summer time in LA. It was so hot. Like, yeah, we were indoors, but it's just like, oh my goodness. When I seen my makeup when I got home, they made me look like an old ass woman. I didn't even look 19, 20 anymore. I looked probably 30 something. And I was so upset about that because they also did my hair really bad. Like y'all had me out here looking like a 30-year-old and I am 19 years old. Come on now. And so ever since then, I was just like, you know what? I'm going to do my own makeup. Unless y'all have a makeup artist, I'm going to bring my makeup. If y'all don't have a makeup artist that knows how to work on black faces, I'm going to do my makeup myself because I know how to do my makeup. You know, after my mom taught me, I know how to do my makeup. I know how to make myself look good. I did not trust the industry anymore. It was probably, I can literally count on my hands how many times, 4, by the way, 4 times where I went to a fashion show, a video shoot, e-commerce, anything, and they did my makeup correctly 4 times. 2 of the women were colored, meaning, well, of color, sorry, let me not say colored, of color. It was a woman from, I believe, India. The second one was an Asian woman. The third one was a guy, but he was a gay white guy. And then the fourth one, black woman. Of course. So 3. 3 people of color. 1 person not of color, but he was in the community. So he knew. He was aware. And I was just so disappointed. And then, you know, I was definitely happy, though, that with the rise of social media and TikTok and everything, that a lot of people started speaking out about that and how exclusive the industry was and wasn't inclusive. And then that started pushing the fashion industry to be a little bit more inclusive. So while they still have their caveats and rules and stuff, it's gotten a little bit better. It's gotten a little better. It wasn't as bad as it used to be. I went to a casting call at a agency, very popular agency in LA. I was a size 9 in jeans. A size 9. They told me that I would be considered a plus size model because I was a size 9 in jeans. I think my measurements back then were 36, 24, 38, or 36, 24, 36, something around there. And they told me that I would be considered a plus size model because I wasn't a size 0 or 00. And I was just like, damn, 120 pounds with my measurements is plus size? Like, I'm a plus size model? Really? And they told me, yeah, lose a little bit of weight. And then come back to us. And I was just like, no, I won't come back to you guys. And I'm not going to lose weight. That's why a lot of women, especially like during the millennium in the 90s and stuff, they pushed you to be thin so much. They pushed that agenda so much. A lot of women who we were young girls at the time, we were teens, like back in the millennium 90s and stuff. A lot of women, not me, a lot of women developed eating disorders. And the reason I said not me is because my parents raised me with very thick skin. Not to say like being rejected many times, because I was rejected many times, didn't get to me and depress me at times, but I didn't let the industry like get the best of me. Hi, Cookie. Hello. Welcome. Thank you. I just finished beating my face. I'm not done yet. I still have stuff to do. But yeah, I have such thick skin, and you have to have that in the modeling industry because a lot of women develop eating disorders. And it was so sad to see women either be anorexic or develop bulimia because they wanted to be able to walk in on the runway and be a size 0 to 00, which was the fashion standard back then. It's changed a lot, I mean, I think runway, you still have to be like a size probably like 1 to 0, but there's been a lot of different types of women on the runway, and it was such an amazing thing to see in my day and age, because I'm like, oh wow, this girl isn't 5'9" double zero. She's my height. She's 5'6" with the hourglass shape. And it was so nice to see, and it was so refreshing to see, because I never thought that I would be able to see that in the fashion industry. And I was so happy to see it. I kind of feel like I haven't really paid attention to fashion ever since I retired and, you know, had my children and started focusing elsewhere. But I would hope that it's not reverting back to the way it used to be. No, I'm not going on a date. I was supposed to do this look like 2 months ago on stream, and I just never got around to it. I never did it. I never did my content for it. So I was just like, you know what? I'm going to do a stream and recreate this look. And I think I did a pretty good job. I still have to do like some finishing touches, but I'm not going anywhere. Your girl is staying in the house to do content. I'm gonna take pictures and stuff. But yeah, at times I miss being a model. At times I miss modeling, because when I had moved back to LA on my own, because I was like back and forth between the Bay and LA, it paid my bills. It paid my rent. Like, I had that consistent work. And I miss it sometimes. But for the most part, with all of this stuff like coming out about Hollywood, I'm so thankful that I'm not in the industry anymore. I'm so thankful for the rejection. I'm so thankful because it wasn't really like rejection, it was redirection for me. And redirection is fine. I'm fine with redirection, because there were a lot of instances where I could have been in a bad situation. Bad situation with bad people. And like I said, I had a lot of close calls. I attended a brunch with a few girls who were also models. And they literally told me that they attended a casting call, and they always attended casting calls together. They met each other through living in LA and modeling. Thank you, Cookie. But yeah, these girls, they said they met through modeling, they became friends, and they pretty much linked up because of how unsafe it is, like modeling and all of that. Let me turn this music off for a second. This song is just all fucking hi-hats, y'all. So, they came across the casting call. It was on Craigslist, because the only way that we were able to get work during this time was like either Model Mayhem, Craigslist, or through like word of mouth, unless you were signed with an agency, which I wasn't. I was freelance. And so these girls, they were like, you know, we came across this job on Craigslist. We thought that it was like super good. And they were like, okay, here's the address. So they pulled up the address on MapQuest. We had MapQuest, you guys. We did not have Google Maps, right? So they pulled it up on MapQuest, and it was at like a warehouse near the marina. And so they were like, okay, that's kind of sketchy, but you know, it's LA. Casting calls, they hold casting calls at like weird fucking places sometimes. So they were like, okay, it's whatever. They go up there, and they notice that they have not talked to the person on the phone. They haven't seen the person. It's not an agency. It's a casting call from Craigslist, right? So they were like, you know what? This is sketchy. We're over here by the docks at the marina. I know, Cookie, that song was just all fucking hi-hats. I couldn't stand it. That's one of my beats when I was producing and trying to teach myself how to be a producer. Oh my God. Like, I'm so much better now, but I started off so bad. But so the girls, they're you know, they end up at the marina. Might have been somewhere near Long Beach or Marina Del Rey. I don't know. And they were like, this is super sketchy. We need to call the police. Oh, thank you. So they call the police, right? They're like, we found this casting call off of Craigslist. We got here. The person won't answer the phone, but they keep messaging us. We're getting a weird feeling about it. So the police, they call for backup, everything. They make this like a big fucking deal. The police search the crates, like the shipping crates and stuff that are at the docks. Have dogs and everything. They said it was a full-blown search. I don't know how it led to this, how they just led to, okay, call the brigade and everybody start checking stuff, but it did. It escalated to that. And they said that they uncovered a shipping crate full of girls. Full of girls who were attending the same casting call. I said, if that ain't the scariest fucking shit, bro. And this was back in like, what? 2011, 2012? Yeah, baby. What is he saying? You said what? Oh, yeah. Okay, we're going to watch that tonight. We'll watch it tonight, babe. So, they found a shipping crate full of girls in Los Angeles. This is 2011, 2012. I don't know if there was any news coverage on it. I'm just listening to the stories that the girls told me. Yes, it was scary as fuck. And at that time, I was out in LA alone by myself doing modeling and stuff. And this is, way before the news that we're finding out today with social media. And just thinking about that, it's just like, I can fully believe it. Like, I fully believed it at that time, but I can fully believe it with all of this stuff coming out about, like, what's going on in LA. I mean, what's going on in Hollywood, really, not LA. And like I said, I had a lot of close calls. But I'm very thankful that my parents taught me a lot about discernment and trusting my intuition, and also like always just keeping an eye out for different things. Like if it seems sketchy, if it seems too good to be true, don't trust it. And that saved me from like a lot of things. That saved me from like a lot of different situations and stuff in LA, because dude, I had a fucking gun pulled out on me by a blood because I rejected him in LA. Crazy story for that. But like living in LA, it was just like, it was fun, but at the same time, it was such a like, it was so different from the Bay. It was so different from the Bay. LA is dangerous depending on what part of LA you're in, because I specifically stayed, and I'm so bad with this. Like all of my LA people would hate me. I keep putting LA all into like one thing when Los Angeles is actually its own city. I specifically lived in North Hollywood when I went to LA. Specifically North Hollywood, Van Nuys, San Fernando Valley area. But yeah, when I was in college, I went to this kickback. It was all of us college students, so I don't even know how this guy ended up here. But he was a blood, and he let us know, like, everybody knew he was a blood. You may not have knew his name, but you knew he was a blood because he made sure everybody knew. So I'm leaving the kickback, and one of my friends was supposed to walk me out, but he was taking like way too long. Like he was drunk, he was talking to everybody. I'm like, bruh, I'm about to go. So I ended up walking out by myself, and so the guy catches up with me and was like, oh, let me walk you home. And I was like, nah, I'm good. And he was like, well, I'm trying to be a gentleman and walk a lady home and everything. I was like, I don't need you to walk me home. I live right around the corner. Like, I'm fine. And so then he was like, okay, well, let me get your number and take you out. And I was like, no, I'm not interested. Oh, you rejected me? A real life blood? You rejected me? cuz, no, he didn't say cuz. He said something. He said something like blood, da da da. And I'm just like, I don't care about none of that stuff you talking about. Like, I don't need you to walk me home. Like, get away. I don't need you to walk me home. And I guess my tone did not sit right with him. So he was just like, you know, I'm real blood gang over here. We real bloods, da 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 da. And pulled a gun out. And I'm just sitting here like, I can't believe this is happening. Like, on the inside, I'm like, what the fuck is happening? But in my brain, I just lost my dad to cancer a few years before that. I was like suicidal for years. I was suicidal for years since my dad died. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck that. Nigga, do whatever the fuck you gotta do. If you feel like you gotta shoot me right now, shoot me. I don't give a fuck. Like, I really don't give a fuck. Like, if you want to take me out, I don't care. I can be with my dad now. And so he took a step back and he looked at me and he was like, damn, like, that's a crazy thing to say. But that's how I was feeling. And he was like, nah, you lucky you cute and you lucky you beautiful. I ain't gonna shoot you. I ain't gonna do nothing, but you should watch how you talking to people. I was like, I'm probably not gonna do that either. I'm probably not gonna watch my tone. But I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that happened to me. I was like, I've never had a gun pulled out on me by people. All because I didn't want a stranger that I didn't know to walk me home. I didn't. I don't know you. I'm not interested. I don't want you to know where I live. No, I don't want you to walk me home. And that set him off. And that was like my first year living in LA. And that already happened. Did that scare me off? No. Not at all. I'm from East Oakland at the end of the day. It didn't scare me off. But I was definitely like, damn. This shit is crazy. Like, you really have to be careful, like, how you talk to men. Because they get in their feelings. They get in their feelings. They don't take rejection well. And that can be your life on the line. And that's not the first time that something like that has happened to a woman. Girls lose their life a lot from rejected men. Like, I heard about this story, like, I think in like Atlanta or Texas, where a girl rejected a guy. And he pulled a gun out and shot her in her forehead. Like, you can look it up. He shot her because she rejected him. And a lot of people try to like cover up and be like, oh, well, it depends on how you talk to people and it depends on this and depends on that. No, you can say it in the nicest way possible. It's just up to the man on how he takes it. He might be like, oh, okay, well, you have a nice day. Cool, that was very kind. Or he might be like, fuck you, bitch, you're not that cute anyway, and try to fight you or shoot you. You never know. You never know. Cookie, yes, it was crazy. If I would have said yes and let him walk me home, he would have knew where my address was, and that could have been really bad for me. I wasn't having that. I was not having that. Yeah, no, I lost my dad to cancer in 2008, and me and my dad were like this, daddy's girl, okay? My dad was in my life my whole 17 years of life because he died when I was 17. My whole 17 years of life had my dad there. My dad was not a deadbeat. My dad was not the type to like abandon his family. My dad was there my whole 17 years of life. And I was a daddy's girl. I was a spoiled daddy's girl. And I lost him to cancer in 2008. And that was like right before I graduated, like right before my graduation. So I was like, he's not even here to see me graduate. What am I even doing school for? What am I even living on this earth for at this point? So from 2008, 10 years until 2018, when I finally told my mom that I was suicidal, I had suicidal thoughts. I had attempts, all types of stuff from 2008 to 2018. And it took for like me going to church with my mom on Mother's Day, hi baby, to finally admit that. And my mom, she was just like, oh my God, I didn't know. And that's how it is for like a lot of people. Like suicide awareness is so important. And I always like stress to people, like, check on your happy friends that's always smiling and always happy. Because a lot of people said to me, you are always so happy, we didn't know. Yeah. I had to put on a face. I felt like, I wouldn't say I have to. I felt like I had to, because I didn't want my family members to be sad.
Mommy.
Because I felt like, give me 1 second, baby. I felt like if I showed my family that I was sad, it will remind them of my dad, and then they will feel sad for me, and then I'll make everybody else sad. Like, my whole thing that I beat myself up about is that I didn't want to make my family members feel sad. So I was like, I'm going to put on a brave and happy face and cheer everybody up so that they're not sad. So a lot of people just thought, oh yeah, she's taking the loss of her dad really well. No, I wasn't, because when I'm not around people trying to make them smile and make them happy and make them laugh, I'm thinking about how am I about to end my life when I go home. So yeah, it took a good 10 years for me to finally admit to my mom, like, I've attempted suicide multiple times. Multiple times. I've contemplated it multiple times. There are nights that I almost did not come home. And I got therapy after that. I ended up getting grief therapy after that. I was in grief therapy from 2018, mid 2018 to 2020, up until the time I left for LA. So it gets better. It does. Therapy really helped me get past all of that. Like, that wound is going to be open forever. Losing my dad, that was my best friend. But it wasn't, like, for me, like, it's not as bad. Especially after having children now, I look forward to, like, holidays. I look forward to birthdays. I look forward to things that before I had my children and before I had therapy, like, I dreaded it. I dreaded my birthday. My dad died right before my 18th birthday. I didn't even tell anybody at my school that it was my birthday. Like, my best friend had to find out through my mom calling me on the phone and saying, happy birthday, what are you doing to your birthday? What are you doing for your birthday? My best friend's like, it's your birthday? Like, you didn't tell anybody? Like, you turned 18? I was just like, I have no reason to celebrate my birthday. My dad's not here. So, no, I didn't tell anybody. And, yeah, it was, your girl's been on a journey, you guys. It's been on a journey. Yeah, Cookie. Oh my God, don't cry. I'm trying not to cry, telling the story, but no, it was, I went through a rough patch for a long time. Yeah, suicidal thoughts now, I can't even fathom, like, suicidal thoughts. But back then, I didn't have kids. I had my mom and my sister, but we were all grieving. Like, we were all grieving really bad. My sister went her way, was doing her thing. My mom went her way and was doing her thing. And that was the time that we should have come together, but we didn't, because we were all in the mindset of, I don't want to keep coming to you and crying and making you sad, so I'm going to take my sadness elsewhere. And it was like, that was the time me and my mom and my sister should have came together, and we didn't. But, you know, we didn't know any better back then. Like, we definitely know now, like, when it comes to, like, grief and losing people, that we need to stick together and have each other's backs and everything. But at that time, we all separated and went our own ways. And yeah, suicidal thoughts for me today, I don't have them. I haven't had a suicidal thought in a long time. Dad was the golden piece of the family, Cookie. He really was. And he was the family member that pretty much held our whole family together. Like, first it was my great grandmother. She was like the glue to our family. When she passed away, everybody just like kind of disbanded. And that was on my mom's side. And then on my dad's side, my dad was the glue. Like, he was everybody's favorite uncle. Out of all of his brothers and sisters, he was the favorite brother. He was the favorite son. He was the favorite this. He was the favorite manager. He was the favorite best friend. Favorite everything. My dad was amazing. So losing him, like, it was hard for everybody. Like, it hit everybody so hard. Like, it was so many people at his funeral. Like, I can't even, like, count. It was, like, people that I didn't even know. But people, like, lives that he touched, like, along the way. Yeah, baby.
Where's Logan?
I don't know. He probably in Gene room sleep. He sleep, baby. And it's so funny because my dad was like the squarest of squares, but he was respected by like so many hood people and gangsters that like when they came to his funeral, like gangbangers, y'all, like real life gangbangers, they were crying at my dad's funeral. Literally crying at my dad's funeral. That's how loved he was. That's how respected he was. People of all different ages like loved and respected my dad. He was like coolest person in the world, if I do say so myself. But yeah, oh my god, I don't even know how I just got started on that topic. How did we get here? But yeah, my family, I love my family. I love my children. I love my fiance. I have a lot to look forward to now versus what I did when I was in LA. Oh yeah, we were talking about the blood, the gangbanger that pulled a gun out on me. LA was so scary, you guys. Oh, my son and my daughter, both of my kids would love my dad. I was just telling my mom, like, I would be banging down y'all door trying to get my kids back because they would just be at my dad's house all the time. They'd be like, we'll stay with grandpa. We'll stay here. And he'll be like, where's my kids at? I wouldn't even have my kids. They wouldn't even be my kids anymore. They'll be my dad's kids. That's how much they would be attached to him. All my younger cousins attached to my dad. Like, I don't know. Like, he was the type of person that everybody was just like not physically attracted to, but like a moth to a flame, like attracted to my dad. Like, kids loved my dad. Loved my dad. And I think that's because his aura gave off like protector and friend, which he was. My dad was a big protector of like women and children. Like, if it came to anybody, he don't care what size you are, if you're a gangbanger, if you're a killer, if you mob affiliated, my dad did not care. You hurt a woman or a child, my dad will beat your ass. Like, you may think that he's a square. You may look at him and be like, this light-skinned, skinny man, nah, don't say that. Don't say that. Because that light-skinned, skinny man will whoop your ass. He did not play when it comes to women. There was a woman on his block. It was a little Asian woman. My mom tells me this story all the time. And my grandma, my dad's mom, tells me all the time. The little Asian woman was walking down the street and a man walked up to her and started beating her, trying to rob her. My dad heard the commotion from inside the house. He was like, probably like in his 20s at this time. Heard the commotion, ran outside, seen the man beating on an old woman trying to rob her. Beat the living shit out of that man. Beat him bad. To the point the man was apologizing to my dad. He was like, no, I'm sorry. I'm just... My dad did not care. It took all three of his brothers to pull him off. Because he was just like, what are you doing beating up an old woman to rob her? What are you doing? It took all three of his brothers to pull him off. My dad was pissed. And when it comes to kids, oh, don't play with that man when it comes to some kids. It don't even got to be your child. If he hear a child in distress, he ready to fight. Who messing with the babies? Who's messing with the babies? Kids love my dad. I think that's why like kids and women, like everybody just like gravitated towards my dad, because you just get that aura for him. Like, I can trust him. I know he's going to defend me. And he did, like always. Like, that's just who he was. And shit, that's low-key who I am. It's the reason why I became a teacher, why I was a tutor. Like, I love kids. I love babies. And I will defend the hell out of a child. It don't have to be my child. If you messing with babies, if you messing with women, you gonna see a side of me that you do not like. Cause I don't play. Just like my dad didn't play. I don't play when it comes, especially the babies. Don't mess with the babies. Oh, please don't mess with the babies in my presence. Because now I'm gonna have to up the blick. I don't want to do it. But I will defend some kids. Oh no, the live keeps freezing. Oh, I got too much stuff going on. I'm gonna have to sacrifice something. Either Twitch or YouTube. Something's getting sacrificed. Oh no, my CPU. But yeah, damn, I'm so mad that. And then I'm finished. Oh, why did my stuff reconnect? Oh Lord, here we go. It says my live is reconnecting. I think I just lost my live. Man, I downloaded this VPN for no reason. Yeah, it said my live is trying to reconnect. I think we're back. Content to film. I still have pictures to take. So I am going to go and do that. I know we just like glitched out for a second, but I am going to be ending the live right here, cuties. I will be back Saturday. I'm going to try to get on early instead of 7. I love you guys. Thank you, cuties. Thank you for chatting with me. Thank you for watching me do my makeup and hear my stories about my life. You guys learned a little bit more about your girl, the head cutie. But again, join my Discord. I will catch you guys